Welcome to your new favorite band, the podcast brought to you by the LA Maybe. And now, your hosts, Dallas Dwight and Drizzle Silvera.
What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of your new favorite band. I'm Drizzle, and we got
Dallas Dwight.
That's right. Well, we got some fun stuff to talk about today, don't we?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Aside from, getting sick this previous week and shit.
Yep, I'm hanging on by a thread.
By a thread, he means a dental floss thread.
Not hanging on like a thread of the dental floss.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even really hanging on. So, feeling bad.
At least it's not COVID,
Yep.
but it still sucks.
Yeah. It's just been that all day. Okay. So what we have going on this week? We had some big stuff happen.
Yeah, some big stuff. Shit. I mean, where to start?
Yeah, so we filmed the video for our new single, Down to Fight, which comes out very, very, very soon as the time of this podcast release.
Yeah.
Within the week, for sure.
Within the week. Yep.
The song comes out November 1st. The video we're going to possibly release a little early. We may also release it November 1st. We'll see.
Yeah, it'll anywhere be maybe Friday.
Yep.
The day after this podcast comes out.
That'll be
and it
October
might be the
28th.
first. It's a really, really fast turnaround time. So for the layman, turnaround time is when you finish a project and then you have to edit it. And then after editing's complete, rendered and upload, and then
All that stuff.
all that wonderful turnaround time.
Yeah,
after the
and
project.
that can take a long time, many weeks. So this is definitely kind of a rush job.
But I think it's befitting too because just the nature of the song,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's kind of a chaotic, aggressive song. And the video was a chaotic, aggressive shoot. So I think the theme really went in with the shoot didn't go as planned mostly, but I think that's kind of like part of the theme of the song too. So I think that kind of fit perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited to see it though.
Plus, we're scrappy, so we always make it work.
We are scrappers, man. We scrap.
Yep.
Yeah, be damned if we don't come out on top.
I know.
We're down to fucking fight, dude.
It was something for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Dallas Dwight.
I'm Drizzle.
I'm going to go take a nap.
And while he naps, I guess
podcast ever.
Here we go.
3 minutes.
I'm gonna take over. You go ahead, go say it. I'm just gonna tell my life story on this podcast,
All right,
starting from. Okay, all right. You didn't want to lose all our subscribers.
I didn't want to lose every single one. We just look at the watch time. It's like a vertical line.
Subs just start bloop 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 bloop.
We have 0 subs.
God, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about the shoot a little bit. It went. We had a lot of crazy stuff happen and a lot of cool, fun happenstance moments.
Yeah, for sure. So we had to find a place that was grimy and run down. Mm-hmm. That was, first of all, we wanted a proper look for this video. We kind of had this idea, right? Well, you had the idea for what you wanted to see as far as, well, this is the name of the song. This is kind of what I get going on with based on the lyrics and stuff. Mm-hmm. We're not going to give away too much lyric-wise and whatnot, but...
Yeah, we're struggling to figure out exactly what to say without giving too much away, but also I think this is coming out soon enough that we can talk pretty freely, but
you already know the title of the song.
Specific,
I mean, It's Down to Fight. And fuck.
Yeah. Aggression.
Yeah.
Aggression and chaos. I go back to those 2 words. Those are the 2 words that Ace and I sat down with as the themes for the video, and we held that throughout.
It's playing chaos.
Nice. Wow, this podcast is dripping with energy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there was a lot of chaos. It was we had our friend JT there, who was just going ballistic and was a big, I think is going to be a big feature of the kind of narrative through line of the video, and that's going to be really exciting to see because I didn't get to see a lot of it because 2 things happen when I'm on stage and I'm going hard. One, my eyes are closed probably 80% of the time. That's one of the reasons I wear sunglasses, and that means I don't see a lot of what's going on around me. And 2, when I do open my eyes, my hair is just like a chaotic Medusa nest of fireballs around my face, and I still can't see what's going on.
Yeah.
I close my eyes because it helps when you're headbanging to not completely go insane. Give yourself a migraine or something. But and also sometimes that's just what I do when I get into music, is close my eyes.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
So between those headbanging and getting into the music, my eyes are closed most of the time. And then I can't see with my hair. So everything, I stand stage left, so everything's happening to my right, which means I have to really turn a lot to see what's going on. And a lot of times I'm trying to kind of turn away to entertain that section. And so I didn't get to see a lot of what happened. But most of the time I'd look up and he'd be on the floor and there'd be a bunch of people on the floor and they're all kicking him. And I was like, the hell happened? It seemed fine a second ago and something happened.
How many times did you feel just a nice mist of beer come across you?
Oh, a bunch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I definitely smelled like, what was it, Wicked Weed? I definitely smelled like Wicked Weed.
Wicked Weed is a brand of beer, by the way.
Yeah. Definitely smelled like Wicked Weed by the end of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, now I remember several times looking up too, because again, we're headbanging like crazy in this music video.
Yeah.
Just going nuts.
Something we've learned from videos, if I might chime in, is that you have to go even harder than you might on stage, I think, because what translates to the screen is a little bit different than what translates live, I think. So if you're going 100% on stage, let's say 100% is maybe, going to the point of passing out. So maybe you're going 75 or 80% on stage. You really have to go to 95, 98% in the video because it's going to look right. And if you go that 75, 80, 60 because you're getting tired because it's the end of the day, then it just looks super lame. You feel like you're going hard and you watch it back and you're doing like this. And you're just like, oh, God, this sucks. We just blew our shoot. And you can't, when you're doing a shoot like that and everything, the stars align and the crew's there and everything, you can't jeopardize that. You have to just suck it up and just go as hard as you can.
Well, to mention, you might as well not even spend the money in the investment you're making,
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, you were talking about JT and Wicked Weed.
Oh, yeah. Just getting sprayed with Wicked Weed. So we, by the way, shout out to our sponsor, right?
Yeah. Bud Light and B&B Distributors in Rock Hill. They really came through and hooked us up.
So we were going to spend money, and they literally sponsored the keg for that shoot.
Sponsored the shoot. They supplied a keg.
They supplied a keg.
Yep.
So massive shout out to them. And we also have to shout out another brewery, Benford.
Benford Brewery in Lancaster, South Carolina, which is where we shot this video.
Because they also supplied 2 crates of beers as well for our extras that quite enjoyed all the festivities.
Oh yeah, yeah. I watched Goliath's good friend and kind of friend of the band, Chad. I watched him kind of stumble off into the dark and never to be seen again. I guess somebody found him.
Yeah.
No, he went home with someone, but
well,
because I couldn't see, I was packing up, but I heard someone say like, "Chad, get in my car," and then I just look at him and he just kind of stumbles out of the house. Like I was like, "Oh, there's Chad. He had a good time."
Well, so there was also an entire bottle of Jack Daniels that was drunk, an entire bottle of Gentleman Jack, which is Gentleman's Jack Daniels. I don't know the fucking difference. One's costs more money.
I don't drink, so I don't know.
And then an entire bottle of Crown.
Something about the Crown.
An entire bottle of tequila.
Oh, I didn't see the tequila once. Where was that?
That was in the ice buried with the keg. Okay. And it wasn't a mini keg. It was a full-size keg.
Yep. And all this alcohol, if you can believe it, I didn't have a drop. I just don't drink. So.
Yes, I was chugging water bottles. I think I had probably 5 or 6 water bottles that day.
Oh yeah, I had at least that. We had the 40-pack Walmart water.
Yeah,
so was tearing through that.
And to make it look like a party, I was pouring my water bottles in my red Solo cup.
I definitely did that for the last scene. Yep.
And oh man, by the last few takes, so we were going so hard. I was getting, and I'd been coughing all week. I was on azithromycin Z-Pack, to clear up my lungs and stuff. Mm-hmm. I was getting insane rib cramps in my rib cages.
I wonder if that was from maybe dehydration a bit, you think?
Dehydration and probably coughing. My muscles are just spasming, man.
Just tired, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Oh, dude, it was horrible, man.
I'm just shotgunning these cough drops right now. That's what you hear in my mouth. But If you, it still don't help. Like, I don't know why I'm even doing it, but
For our ASMR,
yeah, there's two types of people.
fans.
There's people like ASMR, and then there's the what's it called misophonia, where you're like have a strong aversion to mouth noises, like that. Just,
Yeah,
you're just
yeah.
like, oh my god, turn it off. There's people, and it's like I think it's a genetic thing. It's like either way, you kind of fall. There doesn't seem to be much in between. I'm kind of in between, I guess. Like I'm like me. Doesn't bother me,
Sometimes it
but
bothers
also-
me, and sometimes it doesn't. It depends on how disgusting it sounds.
True.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah, but the video shoot. So, I think it got pretty wild.
It got wild. I mean, there was at least maybe a gallon of beer mopped up off the floor.
Yep.
At least I would say
Exactly
at
what
least.
we were going for though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like we were going for Crazy Wild, and we achieved Crazy Wild.
Yeah, it was fun.
Crazy
It seemed
Wild
like
was
the-
achieved.
Seemed like all the extras that showed up really got into it too, which was good.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everyone was saying, "Oh, I thought this was gonna be like, just like whatever, And everyone was saying, "This is actually like really fun."
Maybe we didn't. Yeah, maybe we didn't clearly communicate, but I don't know how we could have communicated clearer.
What?
I don't know. It just seems like everyone showed up like not knowing what to expect. But then at the same time, we weren't trying to like shout our idea, completely word for word. So I guess I get it. But I wonder. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it came out good. I think we'll have some really good stuff.
Well, I was a happy camper because I got to play with gasoline and lighters, dude. So
Yeah, there was quite the inferno.
quite the inferno.
Yeah, that thing got. I think there was a moment where everyone was like, "Do we need to do something? Do we need to call somebody?"
I had it under control. There was a hose with the water already running. All you had to do was spray. It was just like, I'm a pro at fires, dude.
I think we just weren't as prepared to get as big as it did.
Yeah, but it's never got out of control.
No, it was fine.
Yeah.
But it looked like it was gonna, but it stayed in control.
I mean, there was only what there was there to burn. So, I mean,
Yeah.
have you ever done
that
like
was
Christmas
awesome,
trees? Have you ever burned
maybe,
Christmas
yeah,
trees?
Maybe once, yeah.
Have you ever burned multiple Christmas trees?
I don't really care about fire. That doesn't really do anything for me. So
Really?
yeah, it's just like
You can't just like sit at a fire and just like stare and just like all of a sudden you're like entranced and mesmerized.
I'll get entranced with like a campfire if I'm sitting around, usually because there's nothing better to do at a campfire. But yeah, as far as like being a pyro, like not for me. I don't care. I'm usually breathing smoke like like
Well, if you make the fire big enough, the smoke,
it's above your head.
there's so much air moving up because of the heat that smoke doesn't generally affect you as much if you have a big fire. Fun fact: if you have a lot of greeny stuff on there, greener, if you have a lot of leaves and stuff,
There
it's
was
going to
no
make a
green
ton of
stuff on
smoke.
this. Yeah.
Nope. Mm-mm.
I guess we'll just wait for you to see what it was that we burned. But
This was industrial.
yeah, and really cool. Yeah, there was a scene where I was playing in front of the fire, I think, but it wasn't the big one. It was a separate one, which was still kind of cool. I think they might have gotten some good shots out of that. And then I got up on the roof for a bit, and that was really fun. Definitely a little rickety up there. I had to be real careful, like don't close your eyes because you can lose your balance.
Yeah.
Even just like a slight stumble up there would have probably thrown me off the edge. Which wasn't that far. I would have been, mostly fine, I think. But the problem was I would have gone junk down, and then if I would have gone over the edge of the roof, if it was just the ground, I would have been fine. But it was this deck that was like I would have just gone straight through.
Totally
You had
fucked.
to be careful, like walking on the deck. And if I just toppled through it, I would have just gone all the way through the deck. So that wouldn't have felt nice. But
Yeah, the house definitely needed some TLC, but that's what we were going for. Low ceilings. I mean, it was it felt
Intimate
really
for sure.
close. It was close. It was
Yep.
awesome.
Yep, big time. What else is there to talk about with that?
Oh shoot. I don't know, without like spoiling too much, right? We could talk about used good old sticker guitar in it.
Yep, and we
Making
pulled out,
its first appearance in a music video.
Yeah, I pulled out all the amps too. The first thing I did when I pulled it out was one of the videographers was like, "Dude, I love that guitar." I caught him just staring at it for like a minute straight, because that's what people do. Because there's so much to see, they're just kind of like trying to make sense of it. And then he kind of looked up and saw me like looking at him, like, "What are you looking at?" He was like, "I love that guitar." Somebody else was like, "Oh, that's a real Gibson. What'd you pay for that?" was like, no, we built this, dude. Yeah, we call it the Morpal.
Yeah. And what's funny is like there's some people who are like, you do that to a Gibson?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So much better than what it was.
Yeah. Or how many people actually like that talk to you that are like, how'd you get that, dude? Like from Gibson.
I get this a lot. So they see the signature on the headstock and they go, this is a signature model? Whose signature model is that? And then I have the great joy of being like, that's mine. And
like
then the look of awe on their face is like, oh.
What's amazing is like with Etsy and being creative, you now have a way of having a signature guitar from your favorite company without actually ever having gone to the company.
That guitar
and
is as signature as it gets,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And it's the only one in the world like that, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Confidently say that.
Although, you know, Chinese are pretty good. They might see our music videos and be like, snapping pictures and like right now making that fucking guitar.
Be like the biggest like flattering thing of all time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
like all of a sudden you're like online on Reverb and there's a fucking Gibson, Chinese Gibson with like, it's got the Dallas, like they even copy your signature perfectly on the truss rod cover.
That would be dope. That would be so dope. I would buy one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like people pirating your music. It's kind of like, that's flattering. Thank you. You want it so bad that you're going to like circumvent the normal ways. And now it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's like if you're pirating, it's kind of like, what do you do? Like,
well, yeah, I mean, pirating nowadays, I mean, I feel like they really cracked down on a lot of that stuff too.
I don't think they cracked down so much as streaming came out and just literally made it obsolete. It's like you can go pirate all this stuff and threaten your computer's safety and jeopardize all this stuff. Or for like $10 a month, you can access every song ever created. Like, it's like,
right.
I'll just pay the $10, you know, or 12 or whatever it is. It's like it just streaming came out and just flipped everything on it. They solved piracy the right way. They just came up with a better solution, right?
Yeah.
You can't when something like that happens, you can't like or when an industry changes, listen to us coughing. You can't like just crack the whip. That doesn't usually work, I think. Usually you
end up looking like the fuckhole.
Yeah, in my experience, the better way to do it is to like, okay, so you're stealing my music, which means the way I'm giving it to you is clearly not good enough. Let's give it a better way to you. You know, let's figure out a better way to get you this music. That's exactly what they did, and it completely solved the problem, and nobody was a bad guy.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just like, you know, okay, well, what if we had all the music ever for $10 a month? Imagine saying to that someone in like the 70s or 80s. They'd be like, you out of your damn mind, you know?
Well, and adjusted for inflation, you'd probably be like, you can have all the music you want for $3 a month.
Yeah. Yeah. Not all the music you want. All the music.
Yeah.
Like every band, every song. Few exceptions, but.
Yeah. Yeah, very few exceptions.
Even the notable exceptions like Prince and the Beatles are now on there. So.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
It's like even the notable exceptions are like there now. So, you know. Streaming just kind of, and I mean, it's so convenient. Like, it's what I do for sure. I don't care about
do you
vinyls
think
or CDs.
record labels still own anything from Beatles and Prince?
I think Michael Jackson bought the Beatles discography.
So it would be probably his family and stuff, right?
Something like that. Prince, it went to his estate. So like as soon as he died, it was all up on streaming. Not because he was the one that didn't want it there.
Yeah.
So as soon as he died, his family was like, put it up. Like, I guess.
Let's make that money.
Yeah.
Well, I also feel like labels would have a vested interest to be like, you know,
I think
if
Prince
anything...
was independent or at the very least had a licensing deal or something. I don't, because he had a lot of issues with labels and stuff. That's why he had the whole symbol and the formerly known as all that stuff. I'm not well versed on the history of that, but I know there were some issues there.
Yeah, you know, I'm not a fan of labels either. But you know, I feel like I'm the most black rain cloud in the band when it comes to labels.
Is that water up for grabs?
Yes, it is. Go for it. Yeah, I feel like I'm the one who's like, you know, I wouldn't say I would never say no to a label if the right deal came.
I never say yes. You mean?
Or never say yes. Yeah, I'm not saying I would never say yes, but yeah, it would literally have to be like the sweetest deal that came across. Like,
yeah, and the problem is you just don't get that deal at our level.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a waiting game. The deals we're going to be offered are going to be like 360 deals, which are pretty heavily cautioned against. That's where they own everything.
Yeah, exactly. No, why would I? We've put all this work into. Why would we give that away now?
Yeah, well, typically the trade-off is you will own some or all or part of my music, whatever the deal is, and in return, our question of how do we pay for this gets answered.
Exactly.
So they're going to pay for the flights. They're going to pay for the tour support. They're going to pay for the merch. They're going to ship out the merch. They're going to handle all that. We just go write music. That's probably different now, but
Not different, changing, definitely.
yeah. But it depends. I mean, I'm sure there's still deals like out there for bigger stars and stuff. For us, it's probably very moderate, little support here, little support there. But it's the helpful stuff you get from labels nowadays would be like the PR, the radio, the big stuff that you either can't do or can't afford.
Yeah. Yep.
They take on that responsibility, and you just watch your numbers go. Blah, 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 blah.
But that's for people who don't want to do the work with social media, YouTube, and stuff. If you get a camcorder and you keep posting and you put work in and you get some income and you're willing to bite the bullet and do some gigs you don't really want to do necessarily, but you still do a good job and you keep income coming. There's no way you can't. There's no reason why you can't. Keep climbing that ladder. Yeah,
we've definitely worked pretty hard this year, for sure.
100%. 100%. Hardest we've worked probably ever.
Yeah. And it's just ramping up even more now.
Yeah, exactly. How's that water taste, brother?
This water's fine.
Hell yeah.
Everything tastes bad. I have that sick mouth where everything just tastes like bitter.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Dude, and vinegar is the worst when you have sick mouth. I love vinegar. I'm a vinegar fan. Yeah. But my wife did like this kind of vinegary broccoli thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it tasted fine, but to my sick mouth, man, I took a bite of that broccoli. I was like, whoa. I love broccoli, dude. Yep. I felt bad because I should have had a better reaction. She got thick skin. I hope she's all right.
Was that tonight?
No, this is like was this last night? Yeah, this would have been last night.
What did you do yesterday, like day after the shoot?
Fuck, dude. Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hung around the house all day and hung out with the kids and recovered, getting some good practice in for LA and Kiss Kruise. Trying to run the songs that I'm confident on every single song. I'm good.
Yeah.
But just like that extra, there's no fucking way.
A little cement. Yeah.
That extra cement. Running over the solo we do at Peace of Mind quite a lot, especially that final part that's an ass kicker for me. Yeah, exactly. So that one's feeling really, really good at this point.
That's good.
And that's just something because of the nature of it. Like if I don't practice it much for a month or two, it's not going to be as good. So that's one thing, where if Gene Simmons is sitting in front of me, it's going to fucking sound great.
Yeah.
If any of our regular audiences, it's still going to sound great, but I just, he's a musician listening to it, right? As opposed to...
Yeah, it's a different, level of listening for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Well, to be recognized by the right people who can bolster your career, even by one tweet,
Yeah, this is such a huge opportunity, so we're excited to be there.
Yeah. I'm not going there, I'm not gonna lay under ball sacks and just give me some PR. No, I'm gonna do that with my playing and putting on a kick-ass show.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and if we happen to get something like that, cool. If not, whatever. We had a good time and we put on a kick-ass show.
We're still gonna go there and do the same thing either way. It's not. Yeah, we're definitely not looking for handouts.
Oh fuck no, dude! I hate handouts.
But we are gonna be, in front of a lot of eyes. So
handouts mean you owe someone something back.
Yeah.
I fucking hate handouts.
Yeah. True.
For the same reason I don't like labels. It's like, all right, now you're my bitch.
Yeah, that's a loan.
I hate
labels are essentially banks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a bank. Yeah. Well, it's the same reason we get.
But the thing is, there is some negatives there as far as ownership and things like that. But they also, if they're doing their part, they're giving you stuff in return, right? They're giving.
Yeah, if they're doing their part, which so many times we've seen in this industry.
Yeah, a lot of times they just drop
where you're like, okay, cool, it sounds good, and you go into this agreement with people, and balls are dropped.
Yep.
Yeah,
for sure.
So, we've seen that many times. Go listen to our song "Fake." If you don't know that one very well, people watching the stream, check out "Fake" again. And listen to it with the idea of just thinking about how crazy and hard the industry is, and how many fake promises there are, and how fake people can be in the industry.
Yeah.
It's real.
Sucker Punch is also that same kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Both songs are the exact same tempo too. That's funny.
175.
Yep. I have most of our tempos memorized. Not the new songs really.
Yeah.
But,
Long Road is 87.
yeah. Downfight's 153. I remember that.
Peace of Mind is 140.
140.
Yeah.
Mr. Danger's like
102?
102, somewhere in that range, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's 102.
Originally,
It's
the
105.
demo was at like 98 or something, and we sped it up a bit.
Yeah.
That first demo, if you ever hear it, it's like, whoa, that's too slow.
That's real.
The song itself is still not fast.
Yeah, we generally played a couple BPM faster live just to kind of make it pop, come to life.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, it's good.
This is going to be a shorter episode for sure.
You hanging on by a thread.
I'm hanging on.
Yeah, like I'm actually, based on how much Dallas was coughing before we started doing the episode, and how he's been able to maintain. I'm actually extremely shocked.
Hanging on.
Yeah. I mean, I think that thread is probably, it's not even a thread. It's been like slivered
It's
several
that scene
times.
in the movie where you see the rope, like,
Yeah.
and you're like, is the hero going to die? And he never dies.
Yeah.
Because the rope breaks, and then he just grabs the pull-up bar that's there the whole time.
Yeah.
You're
There
like,
was
wait, like, what? Why didn't you just grab that earlier?
Yeah,
Where
definitely.
the friend's hand comes down right at the right moment that you haven't seen because he left halfway through the movie. Now he's back for the first time. I'll never let you go. That kind of shit. This is a solid movie I'm writing right now.
Dude, it's a fucking amazing movie.
This movie's been written a million times. It's a great success.
It's called Marvel Man.
It's called Fast and the Furious 22. Family.
22,000.
22,000. It's about family.
It's about family, bravo.
Drink break.
If you're just a listener, we were both on camera drinking our beverages at the same exact time, and I
Yep.
was switching between camera shots. It was glorious.
Yep. I'm just, my next few days are going to be focused on getting as well as I can before this Kiss Cruise. So
Yeah.
I don't want to travel like this. It's just going to be miserable.
Yeah, for sure.
I think this is probably the worst day, though, so tomorrow might be better.
Yeah, you usually, on average, every time you get sick with the same thing I do, you recover faster than I do. I think you're just a overall superior being.
Yeah, I would definitely
better
say
guitar player.
that. Superior in every way to every person.
God, I'm actually like thinking about that right now.
Isn't that a relatable thought?
I mean, not only are you humble, but you're honest, and that was an
I'm
extremely
definitely the humblest guy alive.
that was an extremely honest statement too.
I'm nothing if not humble and honest. The old H&H.
Humblest.
Humblest. What would the other one be? Humbest.
Humbest?
They both suck.
Humblest.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty. It really is.
I'm super stoked to
So we're
see
flying-
this video, though.
Yeah. So we're flying direct, right? We're flying direct to LA
Yep.
from Charlotte,
Charlotte to L.A.
landing at LAX.
The day this comes out, we will be sitting in the airport when it comes out, and we will be on our way shortly thereafter.
That's right. Oh, dude, this is going to be wild. I'm
Yep.
so excited.
Yep. I've been watching on Instagram the Kiss Cruise account. They're showing everyone boarding for week 1 and all that. It's really fun to see, like, the boat, the exact boat, how they've set it up, where to go, all the people and all that. So
Yeah, you're watching all that. I'm just going to be surprised. It's going to be a complete surprise for me.
but it's still cool to kind of follow along a little bit, get
Yeah.
excited, see people wheeling luggage and all that stuff, being like, I'm going to wheel luggage there.
That's awesome. That's
Same
awesome.
spot. You know?
What's the name of the ship again that we'll be on?
The Norwegian Jewel?
Norwegian Jewel.
Yep. Norwegian's the company, Jewel's the ship.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I figured. Yeah.
Yep. Norwegian Cruise Lines. They do good cruises, from what I've heard. Really, really good. One of the higher end companies.
Yeah. For me, I've not done a cruise, so if I was gonna go on one, it would probably be Royal Caribbean or Norwegian.
Yeah. I've done 2 Royal Caribbeans. They're awesome.
Yeah.
One of them was There's 2 sister ships that are the biggest cruise ships in
Oasis
the world.
and Empress.
Allure.
Oasis and Allure. That's
I think
right.
we were on Allure.
Okay. Oasis was the OG. Allure was the second one.
Allure, yeah, everything Royal Caribbean is named something of the seas. So Oasis of the Seas and Allure of the Seas. And I forget the other one that I was on. It wasn't one of the big ones. But those 2, at the time, I don't think they are anymore, but they were the biggest cruise ships in the world. And they were big.
I think they still actually hold that title.
Yeah, they were very big. The back of it, the whole back of it is like a PNC pavilion.
Yeah.
Like an amphitheater that faces out towards the ocean, which is really cool.
I know that it holds over 6,000 passengers.
Yeah, they're like cities, dude. It's crazy. There's like multiple coffee shops, arcades, restaurants, bars, comedy clubs, music venues. Like there's everything, all in the place. The whole like atrium part, if this is the one I'm thinking of, it was like a little city. It had like walkways and like a little river and like greens and forests and all this crazy shit.
Quite insane engineering marvels, for sure.
Yeah.
But they're not built anything. Fun fact: do you know what ship holds the record speed from England to, or the record amount of passengers from England to
New York?
New York.
What?
And we will be seeing her leaving on our voyage.
What is it?
It was a ship I grew up going to all the
one
time.
there on the L.A. port that's docked. What is it called again?
Queen Mary.
Yeah.
16,000 during World War II.
Jeez.
Yeah.
How did they get it over there? Through the Panama Canal?
No. Well, when they were taking it to its final, I'm not sure. That would make the most sense. Yes.
That would probably have to be
For its final mooring.
Yeah, that's cool. You can go on that boat and sleep.
Oh yeah,
and
of
stuff,
course.
right?
Yeah, you can stay there. It's according to legend, it's haunted and stuff. So, because there have been deaths on the Queen Mary.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of those 16,000.
Right? Yeah, I think those were sailors returning from war, or not sailors, army personnel returning from war. Okay. But yeah, I mean that's insane. 16,000. You know, they were probably sleeping in hallways and stuff, and
Oh yeah, for sure.
decks and tents and
Just
shit.
happy to be coming home.
Right? They're like, fuck yeah, put me on the Queen Mary. I don't give a fuck where I'm sleeping.
Yep.
I'm not in Germany anymore.
Yep.
Or wherever they were. You know,
Yeah, who knows? All right, you ready to roll?
Germany's
VIP?
awesome now.
Yeah, much improved.
But when you're not fighting people,
Yeah.
you know, the country's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the VIP here.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Deuces.
Peace.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching the latest episode of your new favorite band. This is the end of the free content.
But if you want to unlock the full uncut versions of every episode, head over to lamaybe.com/VIP and sign up for our membership. For $7 a month, you'll get extended episodes of our podcast, a bonus episode every month, plus exclusive merch. You'll also be supporting us and helping us continue to stay on the road and make new music. And for that, we're eternally grateful. So thank you.